was haunting in Long Island, and me and Sam begged the old man let us go to the city for once.
He had this thing about New York, right? Too big, too loud, too dirty.
Yeah, and he hated the Yankees.
Big time, yeah.
By about midnight, Sam and Dad are zonked, and I figure, screw it. I'm going to CBGB.
He was way underage at the time.
Yeah, right, so I get there, I sneak in, and it is nuts. I mean, people are drinking and they're smoking and they're snorting, whatever. There's a 500-pound guy on stage with a mohawk just screaming, and my mind is blown. I don't even know what to do. Then this girl walks out and she says, "Hey, why don't you come over and sit down with me and my friends at the table?" All right.
Yeah, and they get him drunk. First time.
I'm not quite sure what was in that stuff, but the room starts to spin, and I feel like I'm gonna puke forever. And right about that time, I hear him.
Happy birthday. You're halfway to 60. You have no land of your own, a job you despise, and a lover that's mean. And you started noticing a disturbing thing. Birds eating other birds just beyond the screen. So you packed up your things and you hopped on the freeway headed east. And you drove for 8 days aimlessly, telling yourself to be humble, singing to yourself to be free, being full aware that it's a middle-age crisis type thing. And you drove till you saw a sign for a town called Lucky, spelled Luckey, where the sugar towers rise to line and meet the streets. Checked into a motel, slipped on cardboard sheets that covered the bloodstained mattress underneath. Went to the local bar and you got yourself a drink. Telling yourself to be humble, singing to yourself to be free. It's a middle-age crisis type thing.
And you come up to me and you put your hand on my shoulder and you look me in the eye and
It was
you'd say, "It's okay, Dad.